The questions that are likely to come up for the JP Morgan one are motivational questions, specifically why JP Morgan and why this role, or why this line of business, why investment banking. Then you also have your commercial awareness questions, and there's a big focus of JP Morgan on commercial awareness. I'll just show you within this database here the example questions. A lot of them come from JP Morgan and all their nuances, so it's really key you have a good strategy for that. You then have competency questions, which you're probably familiar with. That uses often the STAR technique, the situation, task, action, result. I actually prefer CAR, context, action, result, just trying to make sure that beginning and end is more concise and you're focusing on the action. And for that, the standard practice is having a couple of examples for each major competency. So I include all of them here. And for JP Morgan, they really like the problem solving ones. So a time you analyze a problem deeply, a time you assess a problem, understood its root cause. So that's an area that you need to really have nailed. As well as the competencies, we have the strengths-based questions. So JP Morgan often like things such as, tell me about a recent achievement, tell me about where you see yourself in the next 5 years. Not necessarily using an example, but often seeing, how do you think, how are you planning your future, how do you understand about problems you might be facing. And then finally, another one that comes up for JP Morgan is technicals, but not usually your kind of in-depth technicals that you might have in a face-to-face interview. These are often questions around, tell us about what you understand about JP Morgan, how we operate, explain the business model of JP Morgan to someone that might not know about finance, maybe explain investment banking to someone that doesn't know about finance. So it's really seeing, how do you structure this kind of information in your head, how do you communicate that in a clear way.